To say Christmas is a busy period for the retailers is an understatement. It's make or break for many of the stocks on the high street, and that's why we're here at the shopping heart of London on Oxford Street to separate the revellers from the bar humbugs in the retail basket. In this series, we'll take a look at the investment cases for some of the biggest names in retail, putting them head to head against their toughest rivals, starting right here in the UK with Next versus M&S. While Next has proven to be more resilient, with a decline of around 6%. A better than expected summer of trading for Next meant it could raise its profit outlook in September, partly thanks to the digital sale of third-party brands. But that's not the only reason. Next has done well by getting ahead of the curve in the move to online. As far back as 1999, it was selling its full offering through its website. And this summer, e-commerce sales overtook store sales for the very first time. Meanwhile, at Marks & Spencer's, e-commerce accounts for only around a fifth of sales. In its latest results, M&S posted declining revenue in food and clothing and warned of little improvement ahead. On clothing, it's targeting younger shoppers with celebrity help from Holly Willoughby, but even the CEO, Steve Rowe, admitted they've been aiming too broad and too shallow. On food, it's slashing prices across the board amid stiff competition. Ben Gutteridge is the head of funds research at the investment management firm Brewin Dolphin. Here's his take on why he prefers Next.
Well, I think Next's key differentiating factors, it's been its directory business, its online business. It's been a great success story for Next. But what is more is that not only have they got a great online franchise, is that about half of the collections are made in stores. That's great for footfall, for exploration of Next product. And I guess the final point on Next directory is that they're a platform that's opening up to other brands as well, you know, Ted Baker and the like. So a really good news story for Next has been their directory business.
However, for income investors, Marks & Spencer's arguably looks like the favourable stock, with a dividend yield of 6.9% compared to Next with just 3%. But can the superior payouts at M&S last?
I think the dividend prospects for Next and Marks & Spencer's next year look decent, but in terms of dividend growth, as we move forward through the years, I think we're going to have to look to Next. Clearly, there is more dividend on offer at Marks & Spencer's that gives it a good rating over the next year, good prospects over the next year, but dividend growth is more apparent at Next as far as we can see.
Analysts at RBC recently cut their outlook on M&S, saying that despite a relatively strong performance in the stock recently, Next has more favourable growth prospects online. But both stocks are operating amid an unprecedentedly tough period for the British High Street. House of Fraser was among the recent high-profile casualties, which was saved from the brink by the boss of Sports Direct, Mike Ashley. In a recent parliamentary committee, he said the High Street won't make 2030 unless something radical happens. M&S, Next and the entire sector are grappling with some of the same struggles. Persistent uncertainty around Brexit and online competition from players like Boohoo.com, which, without bricks and mortar store costs, could be set for a rather merrier Christmas.